This is Brad Levin with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and we're here today talking about what's our best sci-fi movie of the year. Q, what do you think?
I'm going with X-Men Days of Future Past.
Why?
My main reason is that it finally got rid of that god-awful X-Men The Last Stand storyline. Everything is completely different. It's like it's a fresh start. I like the whole going back in time and bridging the gap between, you know, both Xaviers, and you get to see everybody. And now Scott's not dead, Jean's not dead. You know what I'm saying? It fixes everything that was wrong with X-Men The Last Stand, in my personal opinion.
Okay, so it brought the movie more in line with the way books are written. When the writer wants to recreate the universe, he does, and then we have something more to look forward to, not, oh, everybody's dead.
Fixing the mistakes of a past movie is not the job of a movie, though, and what I didn't care for about Days of Future Past, that was my most disappointing movie of the year, and I was really, first of all, I read the original Days of Future Past storyline in the comics when it came out in 1981 or whatever it was. 80. And the problem is too many characters on for too brief a time. When did the Ellen Page Kitty Pryde character get the power to send people back in time?
I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
That had nothing. It was just too much and not enough, I guess, for me.
All right. So our consensus on the X-Men movie is it was good writing, good directing. We have a universe reset, so we have something to look forward to. We had a few issues with the Kitty Pryde. When did she become a psychic powerhouse and time traveler majigger, whatever? Yeah, I didn't get that either. And so we're going to move on. Chris, what did you think was the best movie of the season?
For me, it was Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I really felt that was a strong movie. I love idealism. I like idealistic characters. And one thing, you know, I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie, so I love the choreography in that movie was fantastic, and it had that Jason Bourne kind of feel to it, you know, and an anti-government feel, which that's what I'm all about. So, you know, that is for me.
It reminded me of a really good Bond movie. You know, it had all the elements of a good Bond film.
Yeah, one with Pierce Brosnan in it. Really?
He made good Bond films.
Pierce Brosnan wasn't in Winter Soldier.
Christmas comes twice a year, whatever. Look, let me tell you something. Winter Soldier, don't get me wrong, it was good. It was okay, whatever. It was like, oh, we're going to pick up right here. We're going to drag and drag and drag. And then, like, the whole beginning scene with him running around Mackie 16 times.
That was the best part.
That was stupid. You could have cut that whole
Captain America.
That's
Captain America. That is what Captain America is. Action, forward momentum, Jack Kirby artwork.
Does nobody have a problem with the fact that Bucky isn't really dead? I'm pretty sure Bucky is dead. On to bigger and better things, or smaller and more plasticky things. My favorite movie of the season so far, because I haven't seen Nick's movie, is the Lego movie, because everything is awesome. We have a shout out to Batman's snarky, little smirky plastic face, and I'm a big fan of the head going one way and the hair going the other way. That was absolutely the funniest thing I've ever seen. And of course the main character, Emmett, because nobody knows this, but in Hebrew, Emmett means truth, and the guy was absolutely the good guy. It was so feel good. I've seen it like 4 times. Go ahead, say something bad about it. I dare you.
Oh, no, I'm not going to say anything bad about it because Batman was the main character. But anyway, I digress. Like, I love the Lego movie. I have nothing bad to say about the Lego movie at all, period.
Okay, Nick, tell us what you think.
Well, I just saw it yesterday. It just opened this weekend, but Guardians of the Galaxy. And what I loved about it is it was just an old-fashioned, great popcorn movie. The funny parts were funny. The action parts were action-y. Every character was well-drawn. The heroes were the heroes. The villains were the villains. And for real geeks who grew up with the Marvel Universe, all kinds of nods to the Marvel Universe. The Celestials make an appearance. Thanos has dialogue. The Kree are introduced for the first time, and you're looking ahead to the, and I won't give the spoiler at the end of the credits, but obviously stay, and it points toward what we're thinking is going to be Avengers 3 is probably going to be combining the Thanos storyline with the Avengers and the Guardians, so That one was fantastic. The audience loved it, and get out and see that one as soon as you can. It's a real
Holding strong on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
and
I think it was written by a woman. I understand it was the first Marvel movie to be written by a woman, I believe, and it definitely all the characters were very well drawn.
Now, I just want you guys to notice that Nick did pick a movie that none of us had seen, so we can't say anything bad about it. That's our wrap up on what we felt were the best movies out so far this year. Let's talk about the movies that we thought were the worst of the year. I think I'll start with Nick this time.
It was a good juxtaposition because I saw Guardians yesterday, and the day before I saw Transformers: Age of Extinction, Apocalypse, Armageddon. It was one of those things, and it was just more of the same, twice as dumb. Big robots fighting is always the resolution of the story. And Autobots came and went inexplicably. Helicopters chasing Optimus Prime came and went, and the human characters had nothing to do as usual. So I was just kind of, and it was 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
That you'll never get back.
So
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry.
When you see Hasbro presents, you know you're in trouble.
I cannot sit here. And I'm gonna have to borrow something from my man Stephen A. Don't sit there and be so disrespectful.
I'm not disrespectful. I'm telling it like it is.
Look.
Was it your favorite movie of the year?
No, it was, but it was like my second. It was like my second or third. Okay,
Because I'm left-handed, isn't it?
well, if you're not right-handed, you're wrong-handed.
All right.
Anyway,
All right. Hold on. We know you didn't like it. That's fine. Chris, tell us what your worst movie of the year was.
You know, I have to be in sync with Nick. It was by far the worst movie this year, and it hurts me to say that as a ridiculous Transformers fan. Michael Bay said that the third one was going to be his last movie, but they threw money. It felt like a money grab. There was really no heart and soul in it. It was just, you know, Michael Bay, boobs, fart jokes, robots.
Okay, so you missed Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. No, that's fine.
I suddenly remembered a movie I wanted desperately to forget, and that was the Godzilla that came out this year. And I was so disappointed as a lifelong fan of Godzilla, Ultraman, all of the Eiji Tsuburaya, Toho films, all the way up to the last Godzilla, Tokyo SOS, I believe, or Godzilla vs. Megaguirus that came out in '05 or in Japan. And why they didn't just make him look like Godzilla? Why they just didn't do a straight-faced remake of the original? Comes out, trashes everything. They kill him in the end. He was hardly in the movie. Shots of his tail turning the corner. I mean, why tease us? We already know it's Godzilla. We know what he looks like. And the trailer was so phenomenal. I think it was the best trailer I've ever seen. I was terrified.
The trailer might have been better than the movie.
And then this movie comes out. And we're sitting there bored off our minds. The main characters. Well, that's all I'll say. Go ahead.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Chris,
See Godzilla 2000
I'm
instead.
sorry, Chris. Q, you have a headache needs to be relieved.
Some Excedrin.
hey, it ain't enough aspirin in the world.
More beer, baby.
Look,
More beer.
There is one thing that I agree with you on. One thing.
Just one.
Yeah, he could have been in the movie a tad bit more.
More than a tad. Way more than a tad.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
The movie was called Godzilla.
But if you're going to sit there and complain about him not being in the movie, it's the same thing from the 60s.
No, it's
same
not.
Thing. Oh, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing in the 60s, Godzilla versus all the monsters.
The formula was the same. 45 minutes of humans, the rest of the movie monsters fighting. They're all the same. Come on over.
Okay, are we talking about the one? Are we talking about the same Godzilla when he was on the island, and then all they was talking about was with all the humans when they had the same
Son of
Japanese
Godzilla,
guy
destroy all monsters. I
destroy
name them all.
monsters.
Smog monster. They're all the formula was the same.
Okay,
No,
spoiler alert.
man,
If you haven't seen the movie, I'm going to ruin it for you, okay? It's a big guy with a head like this in a rubber suit. It's not Godzilla. It's not a Tyrannosaur with sleek, long arms. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, careful. At any rate, they ruined it. They absolutely ruined it. It could have been. We wanted Godzilla to be the hero. Godzilla was the hero.
No, we want to be the villain.
Godzilla.
They made it in the trailer. He looked like the
It
villain.
wasn't that. Okay.
The last 5 millennials.
I think we
Godzilla's
can
the bad
agree.
guy. You
Can
know
we agree that it was
You
a
saw
bad
him.
movie? Let's agree on one thing.
No,
Was it a
we're
bad
not
movie?
agreeing it was a bad movie.
You liked that movie?
Hell yeah, I liked the movie.
Pumpkinhead Godzilla? You liked Pumpkinhead Godzilla?
Are we talking about the one that came out, or are we talking about the '98 movie?
No, the one that just came out 15 minutes ago and stole our money at the theater.
It's still my money. It gladly took it.
Oh man. I got some property for sale if you're interested.
You know what, that movie.
Yeah, if they made Godzilla suits in my size, it'd have been bigger than me. It was the fattest. It was the fattest King Kong faced Godzilla I have ever seen.
Well, I mean, that's kind
It
of
was modernized.
that's a reflection of America because we're fat.
Wait a minute.
and he only had partial. He only had partial Blu-ray energy
had a
firing
little-
thing.
he had a little
He
mouth,
ran out.
atomic
He needed a butane injection. Here, let me recharge for a second. Boring. Oh wait, is he gonna do it? Is he not gonna do it? He's gonna do it.
Didn't he go to bed at the end of the movie?
Yeah, the guy took a bath.
He had to fight two monsters for 6 days and 7 nights.
And Commando Arnold just killed the whole everybody. So no.
We talking about somebody who takes steroids with Hulk Hogan, and you're talking about Godzilla, one of the greatest kaiju monsters of all time, the greatest.
Yeah.
It's
No
always gonna be
Godzilla,
three
no
to one.
Godzilla, no Godzilla. Loving Godzilla.
There are 25 plus Godzilla movies you
This
can
is
watch
Comic
instead of that
and
one.
Sci-fi.
The movie should have been called Ken Watanabe, featuring Godzilla.
Yes. With cameo appearance by Godzilla's tail, turning the corner.
Let's move on. Let's talk about what our look forward tos are for the upcoming fall season for movies coming out in 2014. Q, what are you looking forward to?
A couple. I'm looking forward to the Expendables 3, of course.
Expendable 3, okay.
TMNT and it's pretty much and
Turtles, Hobbit,
and Hunger Games.
Hunger Games,
That's what I'm looking
Chris.
forward to.
The Hobbit is I'm looking for. I love ridiculously long movies because I feel like if I'm going to be spending, if I got to take out a second mortgage to pay for a movie, I want it to be long. And that's just me. I have attention span of a house cat.
That's right.
So
You have kids. It costs you like $50 just to walk in the door. Yeah. Nick, what are you looking forward to?
I just want to comment on The Hobbit. I'm an uber geek, and I saw the first one in the theater, but I'm waiting for all 3 extended editions on Blu-ray before I'm not going to go see the rest of them
You're
at the
going to have
theater.
to buy a stereo
just
system for your house if you really want to watch it.
That's okay, but
Okay.
as far as what I'm looking forward to, the Purge Anarchy I want to see, because the first Purge, as dumb as the premise seemed, it was really, really well done. I really enjoyed it. I rented it. I didn't see it at the theater. You might not like movies as much if you spend more at the theater. And then I want to see, even though it's a couple weeks out already, I haven't seen Planet of the Apes yet, and I definitely would like to see.
Beautiful movie.
Yeah,
by the way.
I need to see the first one.
First one was good.
Beforehand. Okay, so
Tearjerker.
Okay.
is it?
No, it's not.
Okay, nobody's going to say.
like me. It is.
If Charlton Heston is not in it, I'm not interested.
Right, that's why he's Batman's bitch. But anyway.
Get your damn opinion off me. Okay.
All right. Well, that's it for the upcoming movies this year that we're looking forward to. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.